Hey guys, welcome to Big John's EDC, and today we're going to go over the difference between real and fake premium knives. And today I have for you a few different knives. I'm going to set those down, I'm going to let you look at them, I'm going to let you figure out which one is fake, which one is real. It's really sad because a lot of times people will they'll save up their money and they'll buy a knife for somebody that they love, that they know loves knives, and they get scammed. And eBay's done it. It's full of people scamming people. I hear Amazon has had a few instances where they've sent people fake knives. Blade Binge has people selling fake knives. It's just rampant. And so if you know what you're looking for, you can't get scammed, but if you don't, then you will. So take a look at these knives. I know the people that are knife people will know automatically which is which, but for most people, they're not going to know, and they're going to get scammed out of, they're going to pay $180 more for these than they should have, or $100 more, $80 more, than they should have. With these two, the black one is the knockoff. Okay, and you can tell the lettering is different. The blade thickness is different on it. There's even a not so premium sound when you open it over the actual Spyderco. The Spyderco even feels a little bit more premium. The blade thickness is a lot more substantial, and it's this is one of my favorite EDC knives, but it's a very heavily cloned knife, and so don't fall for it. Don't pay that premium price for a not premium knife. So those are those two, and then I have the Manixes. I'm gonna just lay them down here for you and let you look at those two. I'm sure you already know which is which. Did a video on these already, but these are heavily cloned knives as well. Spyderco in general is a heavily cloned knife because like these, for instance, are like $200 and something. So especially depending on the blade steel, and they'll stamp a premium blade steel on the knife and it'll actually be 5CR MOV, and you're paying $180 more than you should have for a knife that should have cost like 20 bucks. On AliExpress, on Temu, you can buy them for 20 bucks. And so you're gonna see Spy 27, but it's not actually Spy 27. And if you listen, it sounds cheap compared to the real deal, which is the blue one. Okay, and the blue one is one of my favorite EDC knives. It just fits so snug in your hand. It was a gift for being a DJ at my friend's wedding. And there's ways that you can tell on this one, especially on these, because if you open up the blade inside here, you'll see that there's a date. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a date in there. Okay, and most people don't know to look there. In fact, I didn't until I saw it on a YouTube video, and I hope that this helps you not buy a knockoff knife. You can always ask the seller what's the date on the blade, and and then they could tell you. Mine is, let's see, 12/23, so December 2023. This one doesn't have it, it's just blank in there, just blank. You can see that it's just blank, and so that most likely is a 5CR MOV blade, if not even a cheaper steel. But you can tell just by the feel of it compared to this one. It just feels a little more plasticky and cheap. So we have that, and then we have the Benchmade bug outs. All I have is Benchmade, the full size, and I have a mini bug out, and you're gonna see that there's differences there too. I'll give you a minute to kind of think about which one you think is real and which one you think is fake. And remember, if you let people scam you, then you just lost all that money you saved up to buy your uncle a knife, or your dad a knife, or your brother a knife, or your husband a knife, or your girlfriend a knife, or your wife, or your sister, aunt, mom, whoever's into knife collecting. You're gonna save up all that money and you're gonna get scammed if you don't know what to look for. And if you let people scam you on eBay, eBay is the worst place to buy knives unless you can absolutely confirm that it's real. It's most likely going to be fake, and if it sounds too good to be true, it most certainly is. So just be aware of that so you don't get scammed. I get these knives in deals when I trade, or I'm trying to save up a good collection to sell in a knife store, kind of like a knife work store that I've built. And so I get a lot of these knives through trades, or people send them to me, and I can tell right away because I've been into collecting for a couple years. So I've kind of picked up all the secrets that most people wouldn't know, especially somebody just buying a knife for somebody as a gift. I want to also say that we're still doing the giveaway, me and Club Guate. So I'm giving away a drop bear in AEBL steel, the button lock drop bear. He's giving away a Flytanium lightning bug and a Flytanium UFO bottle opener bottle song. So the way that you can win all three of those prizes is that if you subscribe to my channel and you subscribe to his channel. So once we both hit 600 subscribers, we're going to do the drawing for the giveaway. And if you win, good luck. Hopefully you win. Whoever's watching this video at this very minute, I hope you win. And subscribe for more knife-related content. I really enjoy the EDC community. It's just not knives, it's everything. Wallets, it's everything. In fact, my next video is going to be about wallets and EDC organizers from a friend of mine online. He's in a Facebook group, but he does amazing leather work. His shop is called Short Face Leather. So stay tuned for that. Okay, with these two Benchmades. So this one's the legit Benchmade. I think I've already shown it on my channel, but a good way to tell is where the butterfly is. It's pretty much in line with this line. It's just below the line. If you could see that there, it's just below it. Okay, and the grind for the edge is going to be a lot thicker. Pardon me if I don't know the lingo, but it's going to just be a little bit longer grind line for the edge compared to this one. And you can hear in the sound of the knife, it's like very clicky and clanky. It's just there's a difference. And if you look at where the butterfly is, it's a lot lower on that line. You see, it's like almost, it's not in line with that line at all. So that's one way to tell. This is actually a really good clone, but again, somebody would pay $250 for this because it's got the carbon fiber and they think they're picking up like a really premium knife for a family member. Another way that you can tell on a Benchmade is with the pocket clip. The pocket clip is stone washed, so you can see like a texture and stone washing on the pocket clip. A lot of people don't know that. When you buy the clones, it's just like a very shiny, matte finish on the pocket clip, but if you can see that there's a stone washing to the pocket clip. And you know, people get duped all the time. The last one I brought to show you is a Ontario Rat 2. Okay, it's a good clone of the Rat 2, but it's not a Rat 2, and you know, they're just getting away with cloning everything. You know, if you're gonna pay a few premium dollars for a knife, and the Rat 2 is a cheap, you know, you can buy these for like $50. So especially depending on what blade steel, it usually AUS 8. So you're gonna pay like $40. Sometimes you can pick them up for like $35. And the fact that they're cloning them just doesn't make any sense. But this is another knockoff. It's a good knockoff. Very stiff action though. So just be wary. You know, if you're saving up money to buy a nice gift for somebody and you get duped, I feel really bad for you. Just know what to look for. Ask questions. Don't let people scam you. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and peace. Peace.